Hello, YouTube. Well, as I figured, I would have had to wake up really, really early. Actually, I would have had to stay up pretty much terminally late to actually get everybody's country. This game here is an $88 buy-in. 298 people showed up. And this is a turbo no-limit hold'em. And how turbo is it? Well, from start to finish, we got rid of the whole 298-person field with a start time of 9:30 p.m. and an end time of 1:54 a.m. So yeah, sorry, but I value my sleeping far too much to give you everybody's countries on this one. All right, here are those who cashed, and it's also a bounty one because, you know, why not? Just increase the chaos factor even more. You've probably already noticed that you can count only 7 people at this final table. It was not a 7 max. It just happened to come to the final table on a double kill. So I'll reveal who is 8th place finisher later, just as a force of habit. As you can see, the prize pool isn't too crazy this time around, but the action certainly will be. I figured I'd give myself a bit of a break from all the wild, super long final tables that we've already been looking at. And this is now the second PKO final table in a row where somebody has made the final table despite not knocking a single player out. This one's a little bit less surprising as it's a turbo and not as many people showed up. But yeah. LeetRunGoot, by the way, we know is Canadian, and this person has been at so many final tables on ACR, or at least really close to final tables, so there is still skill here. That's undeniable if LeetRunGoot is at this final table, and right off the top of the bat, we've got ourselves a Fripp. These two are absolutely destined to get it all in. Give myself a bit of a break. I've done a while now without covering a final table at all, and now when I get back into it, it's one of these. All right, and a queen right off the bat for 3 of spade. However, it also comes with a 9 and a 10, giving Why is Jada Kiss? I have no idea what that name means. A straight draw. He needs a jack to steal this one away. Otherwise, he's going to be left with just 2 big blinds. If he wins it, though, he's chip later. That's no help. Jack. Nope. All right. We immediately have a massive change in the pecking order. 3 of spade is now the chip leader at 8.5 million. Why is Jada Kiss down to 2 big blinds? 42 big blinds being our top stack now. I'm just going through this in between college football games, so hopefully I don't miss too much of the action. I also just ate some pizza, so all good in my personal sphere at the moment. The rail doesn't seem quite as deep for this one, for good reason, obviously. Oh, right. I almost immediately forgot how short he was, and he had to call that all in with 4-7 because he just didn't have any chips left. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out. 3 of spade finishes him off and gets the well-deserved bounty to go along with it. And we are now 6-handed. I assume AU mined is actually gold mined. AU being gold. Okay, Divster pretty much has to go with that suited king. Dude, just go. 30 seconds on the time bank. That's part of what makes it turbo. Hello. Even the time bank is shorter, and he flops 2 pair. Divster didn't like it. I mean, I can't really blame him. King 4 is not really the hand you want to stick your tournament on, but At this stage, he's in complete desperation mode, and that Hail Mary looks like it has been caught with no flags. Overkill, King's full. The Hail Mary is indeed completed. However, he still has a long way to go. Just hopefully he can go all in with a better hand next time. A7 folds under the gun. Okay. I mean, that's got to be a favorite against Basarazi's big blind range, no? Do you not want Basarazi's PKO there? Divster now does have a better hand than King 4, and quite quickly goes all in. I'm proud of him for that. Way too often we've seen a cutesy little min-raise, or like tank min-raise in spots like that, but no, he knows what he wants to do. Ace-10, that should be a very easy all-in. No calls. Ooh, sky is nice and orange. I hope that means there's no fires nearby. I can't help it. I've lived too long in California. Anytime I see orange... Okay, that was unnecessary. You had 20 big blinds, and you were the effective stack. You should not be shoving with ace-6 there. Here comes another frip. Ace-queen suited versus 2-8s. And you're a good player, too, so you... You should be able to outplay your opponent with ace-6. The only thing that would ever call you is something that's got you absolutely dominated. And what did you gain from open shoving 20 bigs? Not much. Oh, the frip is true. No extra outs. Basarazi needs an ace or a queen or he's out of here. Okay. 3 of spade gets another kill. Great start for 3 of spade. And yet, he's not even leading by all that much. But he is leading. Blinds are already up to 125, 250. The blinds have increased by 25%. Top pair for Divster. Make that a set for Divster. The robots have been very helpful to him. I like that he's slow playing here. Gold Mind. I don't know about that bet. I think ace-10 there has enough showdown value to warrant just checking. Yeah, Divster does the right thing there. Gets what he wants. He got the extra bet. Now it's time to ram and jam. Take this thing home. Gold Mind with a very easy fold now. Clearly, he would only ever do that if he was trapping. You can fold, dude. Was that really necessary? I guess I was just a fake tank. Never mind. He didn't actually lose really any of his time bank. I'm overreacting to that one. That's just a standard fake tank to pretend like it was a decision. It's a little annoying to watch, but it is fairly standard. Okay, this one is not a decision. Now you are wasting your time bank, which isn't very much because it's a turbo. You really should not waste your time bank, especially in a turbo. It should be a very easy walk. Yep. Oh man, I'm thinking of saying something extremely mean. I don't think Goldmine deserves it based on the little that we've seen. Oh, bottom 2 versus up and down straight draw. LeetRunGoot with certainly the right idea by betting there. Now he's got a full house. Boy, we're seeing a pattern here already. When somebody hits the flop really good, the turn hits them even harder. So now LeetRunGoot with 10s full is now hoping that 3 of spade does call. That's a interesting amount there, and it is enough that 3 of spade kind of gets the message and folds it. Very nice laydown there. Realizes that the draw is probably not worth it the way things are playing out. But let me say something about gold mine that isn't mean. I can only assume that if indeed that was the idea, that actually spelling out gold mine has already been taken, so AU mine was the next best thing. That fake tank was nothing egregious. I don't understand the other tank that he did, but peace. Oh, yeah, I forgot to set up the Oh well. I've been very sleepy all day, so it's a good thing that this one's not going to go on very long. Again, I don't know why I got plenty of sleep, but sometimes I just have days where I'm extremely sleepy all day long. I don't know how to explain it. I hope it's not depression. I don't feel, like, depressed, but I don't know, maybe it's still, like, there with underlying factors. I don't know what that would be. Run it 2x, whose name I vehemently disagree with, but he bets and simply takes that one down. Nothing wrong there. Okay, so it is every 5 minutes the blinds go up. Dipster just not getting any love from the deck. He got enough love to stick around, but now he's forced to work with table scraps. Gold mined with not much of a decision here, I don't think. Okay, he does speed it up a little bit this time. Sevens this time, and LeetRunGoot with probably a call here. See if he can set mine. Yep. That's not a set, but it's the next best thing. He's got a gut shot to a 4. 3 of spade obviously probably likes that flop. For 2 sevens, that's not bad at all. Bet, call, fairly standard there. Another club now for 3 of spade. LeetRunGoot, not a fan of that one. 3 of spade, probably not a big fan of it either. He does check it back. Thinks he's got just the right amount of showdown belly to just play it cool. And I like to check back there as well. Not much upside to betting there unless you were actually turning your hand into a bluff. But you don't need to. So, yeah, well played. Another... Well, okay, well, the blinds are really big now, so that's not quite as crazy of a shove. Actually, there's nothing wrong with that shove at all. 14 bigs, small to big. I want to talk. I can't play small blind to big blind to save my life. 3 of spade. Again, catching some cards, although run it 2x has an 8 that he could use. He's got, of course, a pair. And more spades. Well, it was clubs last time, but now it's spades. 3 of spade this time with the 10 of spades to fall back on. Appears to be in a mood to just chase. Run it 2x isn't betting very big, so he knows that he can catch a pretty cheap river card and amazingly misses all his outs. Doesn't even pair up. Run at 2x has no business betting here, and does indeed slow down. Well played again by both. LeetRunGoot with a suited ace. I probably would have liked to see a regular raise there, but then again, that's a tough hand to play post-flop. Run at 2x with a very powerful hand, and looks like he's gonna... Oh, right. The effective stack is only 3.7, so that shove is fine. Devster really has nowhere to go except in. And he's in a bit of trouble. Now he's in a much larger bit of trouble. Oh, okay. Here we go. Ace, 4, or 9 for Devster to stick around. He's been pretty tough to knock out so far. Nope, okay. Dester, you hung out as long as you could. You never did get a knockout, but you did get 5th place money. Congratulations. You should be proud of that. It's $758 off of your $88 investment. So even though you never got a knockout, that's, you know, pretty strong. Of course, I don't know how many times he rebought. Goldmine likes to show aces. He probably thinks on similar wavelengths as I do, as far as, you know, what image he wants to maintain, which might be a bad thing given my history. Oh, ace queen. Will he do it again? No, not this time. This time it's the offsuit king 7 that shoves it in. And the blinds are up again. I have so little work to do by covering this particular tournament. LeetRunGoot with bottom pair. 3 of spade. Again, his nemesis here. And a quick call that time by LeetRunGoot. Let's see if that stops 3 of spade from bluffing again. Oh, it does. Unfortunately for LeetRunGoot, it also doesn't stop him from hitting the river. And again, I don't see a whole lot of upside to betting here. He does check. LeetRunGoot, I would say, did everything right there. And this could be seen as his reward for it. Open shove, and that is gonna come back to haunt him. Well, maybe not. There's only so much that can come back to haunt you when you're playing a turbo. You know, how much of this is really in your control? Not much. And those 2 aces are holding up beautifully. Goldmine can literally only win with running queen, queen, or jack, jack. Okay, overkill again. We're seeing that so many times, even though there's not much to this final table. But the patterns are very real. Goldmine has 1 hand to go before he is automatically all in. He's just going to go with a suited 8-6. I would too. Alright, who is it gonna... Alright, run it 2x. I would have liked to see a bet. Mostly because there's not really any upside in bluffing in a spot like this. There's not really any reason to... Well, I suppose there's reason to slow play it, but... If somebody else happens to have something, you'd want to extract value straight away. As you can see, Goldmine was already drawing dead, so Goldmine, congratulations on 4th place. At least these guys are smart enough not to bluff. That at least makes me a little happy, because once you're bluffing in a spot where somebody else is already all in and there's no side pot, you're throwing money away and potentially letting the other person stick around. Of course, we can see that run at 2x was never going to fold there, so they would have just been throwing their money away. 3 of spade. Okay, yeah. Does the right thing by folding the ace-4. Had to at least be a little bit tempting to... Wow! Okay, yeah, the robots want blood. A lot of blood. LeetRunGoot has been a pre-flop monster. And he does it again here. This time, though, he's going to need a miracle to stay in this. Run at 2x with the absolute dream setup. It doesn't get any better than this. Aces against ace-x. And a little bit of help, sort of, for LeetRunGoot, but there's a lot of turn cards that are going to have him drawing dead. That's one of them. He's already out of here. LeetRunGoot from Canada, the only one whose country I know, is out in 3rd. Another excellent player proving that skilled players can actually make these turbo final tables as well. But here we go, heads up, and we're actually a little bit deep, but also not for long. We have play, but it won't last. Oh, Washington State scored again. Bluff from king high, run it to X, of course, has the straight draw. I like the raise there. I really do. They're deep enough now that if 3 of spade has nothing, he can just fold. And also, if he comes back over the top, it'll suck to fold that draw, but he knows that he can easily afford it. He's got plenty more left behind. So yeah, I definitely like that raise. And then bro wastes 9 seconds off of his time bank just to give him a walk. Again, I just don't understand. Ooh, 3 of spade once again finds his desired suit on the turn, but this time he's got both of them. He does have the flush. Run it 2x. Adds a pair to what was already a straight draw. I don't know if 3 of spades is going to get the full double here, but this should at least be one call. It's a very good sizing, too. It's a coordinated board. He knows his opponent could very well have a piece of it, so he does go for the rather chunky bet. That river is a complete brick, so maybe size down a little bit. No, he's going to still go pretty meaty. Run it 2x as one of the most clear-cut bluff catchers you'll ever see. If he's bluffing, this hand's probably good, and this tournament's all but over. If he's not bluffing, then this could really hurt. This is what you actually use your time bank for. This is an actual decision. And he does make the call. Can't say I blame him too much. 3 of spade has been moving his chips around for a good chunk of this final table, so bluffs were absolutely in his range there. Uh-oh, pocket nines. I hate pocket nines. Plus, he didn't get active in that hand until a third club hit the board, so it looked kind of bluffy. Wow, pocket nine's even working at this final table. Run it 2x with middle set, 3 of spade with a bottom pair. Which means, heads up, you kind of can't fold the one bet. Now maybe he can fold. It's pretty much illegal to fold a pair to one bet, heads up. Ooh, he did size down this time. Well, the other player, but, you know. Trips. Trying to get a call. Good lay down there by 3 of spade. Again, it's a turbo. It's a turbo. There's not a ton of skill here. Oh, shoot. But you can tell these two deserve to be here. They actually have a little bit of maneuverability to themselves now. And they're using it wisely. Uh-oh. Pocket pairs, heads up. They're going to find the middle pre-flop quite often. This is no exception. We could see chops. There's 3 overcards out there. If the board double pairs, they will chop it up. Okay, well, now run it 2x can only win this tournament with a 6 of hearts. Doesn't come. Doesn't come. And 3 of spade now in a commanding 3-1 position. I say commanding, but of course, all run it 2x has to do is get one double up, and they're basically tied back up. And you know what? We might be in that spot right about here. Pocket fours are probably going to... Yep, ace nine's going to go for it. All right, there's the 9. 3 of spade wouldn't mind seeing his namesake on the turn. You know what? I think that's what happens. Nope. Okay, he needs a 4. That's it. Nope. And sure enough, the commanding lead is immediately taken away, and we are back to pretty much all square. Run at 2x versus 3 of spade. I wonder what cards they're going to get dealt this time. It's ace 8 versus ace 4. Doesn't have to get it all in this time. Indeed, just a call. That board is nothing but air for these guys. Pretty good bet size. I like that. It's not super small like a lot of wimpy C bets are nowadays. Interesting call by three of spade. I get it. It's heads up and ace high is good there quite often. I still probably would have let that one go, though, just because there's not a lot of hope to improve his hand. Well, now they have, and they both have a ace, ace, 10, 10, 9. Might have gone for a bet there from three of spade, but that's just me. This will be an easy call, if not more. Just a call. And they both show down their weak to medium aces. And you know what they say at Poker Stars when stuff like that happens. Everyone loves a chop pot. Suited kings. Maybe they'll chop this one too. No, they won't. We got two spades on the board. Three of spade. Again, would not mind seeing his namesake on that turn. Except running 2x is going to render that moot anyway. And these two have exactly identical chip stacks. Uh-oh, run it 2x with pretty much the inverse of what he just did to LeetRunGoot. King-Queen against King-King, which, by the way, is actually worse than running King-Queen against Ace-Ace. At least if you run it against Ace-Ace, the kings are still good for you. And they do get it in. This is for all the marbles. Three of spade with 16,000 behind. Run it 2x. Can only win now. Let's see. With running Queen-Queen, which is extremely unlikely. Running clubs or Jack-10. And that is game over right then and there. Three of spade is your champion. Run it 2x is your runner-up. And, you know, it felt good to actually get a quick one out there for you. That wasn't even 30 minutes. So congratulations. First of all, who's 8? We didn't even get to see them. Beatra won. Oh, Divster actually did get a bounty. And didn't rebuy? What? Oh. Oh, yeah, I guess it does make sense. Sorry, Divster. I didn't give you enough credit. You did get a bounty, and I'm very proud of you for that. And I'm also proud of you for not rebuying. LeetRunGoot also did not rebuy. Beatra didn't rebuy. Good to see that most of these guys up at the top did not rebuy. I am happy to see that. Alright. Thank you for watching this much shorter than usual video, and I will see you next time with much longer ones again. OSS 304 and 356. Both of them are $2,650 buy-ins. One of them is Hold'em, one of them is Pot Limit Omaha. So, see you then. Unless, of course, they chop. If they chop the prize pool, then I won't cover them. Out of spite. Bye.